my channel. Today's tutorial is going to be on contouring, so let's get right to it. First, I'm starting off with my MAC Radiance Primer. I'm just going to rub that all over my face until it's evenly distributed. Next, I'm going to move on to my favorite combination of foundations. Both of these foundations give you full coverage. I'm just using some random platform to blend both of the foundations together. And then we're going to proceed with, I'm using a Studio Fix spray by MAC, as well as a stippling brush. And what you saw me do there just now was damp the stippling brush before I applied the foundation, which I'm doing now. I don't know what just happened there. But moving forward, we're just going to put the foundation all over and, like you see below, blend, 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 blend. Get it, get it, get it. So next I'm going to use my skin finish in the color Darkest Deepest, and I'm going to apply that with a fluffy powder brush. I forget who made these brushes, but I think I got them from like a friend who got them from like some little makeup show. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just going to apply that all over my skin to take away some of the shine that the foundation lovely left behind. And once that's done, moving forward, we're going to take our spoolie to line up our eyebrows to make sure they are going in the correct direction. So application of our powder will be easy. I'm using an Italia powder palette. I'm using the darkest color in the palette, which is like a soft dark brown, and I'm using a angle eyebrow brush, and you can get these brushes from pretty much anywhere. I think I got mine from like Walmart. And I'm just gonna apply the powder on my eyebrows. I particularly love to use powder as opposed to anything else because it gives you that light application or light look, and you know, we want to look as natural as possible whenever we're applying makeup. I'm not really into the dramatic look. Anyways, right now what you see me doing is applying a concealer. This concealer is in the color, I believe it was NW45 by MAC, and I'm using a I'm sure I'm going to show the number of the brush that I'm using, but that brush is also by MAC. I don't think it's meant for eyebrows, but that's what I'm using it for. Or it might be a concealer brush. I don't know. It might be. But next we're going to use, I'm actually using a pretty big brush. I couldn't find the brush that I would normally use to blend out the concealer on my eyebrows. This turned out to work just as good for the sake of this video, but typically you want to use something a little bit smaller. And then I just lined up the eyebrows a little bit more to make sure nothing moved in the midst of me applying any application to the eyebrows. Next, we're applying eyeshadow. I am not an eyeshadow expert. I'm actually in the process of learning how to do this myself, so I tried to keep this portion of the tutorial as simple as possible because I didn't want to do too much and potentially mess up my entire eye area, and I don't know what a person would do. I guess start over. But I just know that the lighter goes at the bottom and then the dark goes somewhere in the middle. I don't know. And next I'm going to apply my mascara. This is the Big Eye Mascara by Maybelline. And I'm going to be applying some eyelashes that I got from my local beauty supply, as well as an applicator that came, that I actually purchased with some mink eyelashes in the past. So that applicator did not come with those eyelashes. And I'm using a Star Glue applicator for my eyelashes. I particularly love the Star Glue compared to the Duo glue. The Duo just takes too long to dry, and half the time when I'm doing my makeup, chances are I'm in a rush to do it, and I just need something that's going to be quick and straight to the point. And star glue tends to dry pretty fast, which if a person doesn't know that, it can be annoying because, yeah, you know, you miss it and then you got to keep trying to get it on your eye and stay. And next, I'm just applying a little bit of mascara to my false lashes just to add a dramatic look. And we're going to go on and put some eyeliner at the bottom and inner corners of our eyes to add to that dramatic look and keep us looking fresh, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, look at my baby hairs, y'all. I don't know. We looking to the golds, to the golds, to the golds. Next, we're going to use our Beauty Blender to blend out our Prolong Matte Concealer in the color. This is for sure in the color NW45. I tend to use the same concealer as my skin tone for the first layer just to help with those bags you see under my eyes right there. They're not severe, but they are there and it irritates the hell out of me. And then moving into the lighter or highlight, if you will, I'm just applying I'm using LA Girl, and I believe this is in the color Medium Bisque. I'll put that in the description box. I'll put all the items in the description box actually. But you just want to apply it to your under eye area, your forehead, the bridge of your nose, your cupid's bone, and your chin. And I'm using a contour brush, which I also damp with the Studio Fix spray by MAC. And I'm just going to blend out all those areas that I just highlighted. And a cool thing that I like to do with the residue left on my Beauty Blender that I use for my darker shades is to blend out the harsh lines around the highlight so that I can, so that it contain, you know, I mean, even though it's a dramatic look and it's not really to be natural, but it just makes that highlight look natural as possible because our natural highlight isn't that harsh. If that makes sense, I feel like I'm not explaining that well, but it is just for the edges of your highlight to just kind of tone it down a little bit, if that makes more sense. And then the hardest or the longest part of blending would be your forehead because that's where I typically apply the most concealer or highlight. And I'm just gonna blend, 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 blend. And then I will, like I said, go in with my Beauty Blender and blend out those edges to make sure that nothing looks too harsh and we can keep it as natural as we possibly can while doing this step. And once we are done with that, we're going to move on to this little palette that I got. I am kind of starting out with contouring for the first time, so I didn't want to start off with products that were too expensive. So the palette that I'm actually using, I got from wish.com. It was really, 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 really cheap. And it's just something that's just kind of like, is this look for me? And in the event that it's not, at least I wouldn't feel bad about spending a whole bunch of money. And what you want to do with the dark is you just kind of want to go about 2 shades darker than your natural skin color. And, excuse me, and I'm going to take the brown color and go down the hollows of my cheek, the sides of my nose, and the, I don't know what, the circumference of my forehead. And next, what I'm doing is I'm taking this contour palette with powder in it, and I'm going to just what do you call it? Bake. I just bake the highlighted parts. And now what I'm doing is blending out the darker areas to restore some of the colors that were taken away when I applied my highlighter and my foundation. And so, you know, give me those cheekbones, girl. We all want cheekbones. And we're just going to blend, 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 blend out your I don't know what you would call this. What are we calling this? The darker concealer application. I know the word's gonna come to me later. I know there's a word. I'm just like, oh gosh. And I'm just using the same brush that I used earlier for my eyebrows, just to kind of get in those corners because I was having a hard time earlier. And we're taking I took a little bit more highlight because now the darker concealer was kind of drowning out the lighter one, just so that everything is even and well put together. And this is probably going to be the hardest part for any person. It's not hard. It would just be, if you had to name one of these steps the hardest, it would be that one. And this step is completely optional. Well, majority of the steps in this tutorial, or all of them if you will, are optional in this tutorial. But what I just did is I applied a Neor blush, where I applied the darker blush because I felt like it wasn't really a good application and it wasn't showing. And that's kind of in the purplish color. Now I'm applying a blush. I'm using a really dark red blush, and this is using, this is a part of an E.L.F blush palette. It comes with 4 different colors, which I actually like it, you know, in the meantime while I'm trying to get into blush as well. I'm not really a blush person, but I did it for you guys and for the sake of this video. Next, what I'm doing is I'm applying a bronzer to pretty much the general area where I applied the blush. And I am going to apply that in the highlighted areas as well to kind of give me a golden look, but not too dramatic. Very, very light. Less is more. And I'm going to also take a smudge brush by E.L.F. and I'm going to apply the gold bronzer by E.L.F. underneath my eyebrows. Next, I'm using a NYX brown lip liner to line my lips. I pretty much use brown lip liner for every color that I apply. So there's always going to be a color in my tutorials, and then there's the brown lip liner, because I feel like me being of a darker skin color, and when I do want to wear lighter colors, or any color for that matter, it helps balance it out and it doesn't appear too dramatic. And that's just a personal preference. I just don't like the bold color red, or just like a bright pink, and it not kind of be like a little drowned out by a darker color. So moving on to the finishing spray, this is the last step. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. Yes, honey. And my hair was just done. I just had a birthday not too long ago, so this was like the perfect time to do this video. And I know y'all gonna think I'm feeling myself a little bit much, but I really was satisfied with the results of my makeup. In the event that you guys have any questions for me and there's anything that you want to see me do in details, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.